All right, good morning, everyone. So again, my name is Manuel from Top Virtual Staffing Solutions, and I'm here at our clinic at AAA Physical Therapy. So I've been doing a lot of some series of workout videos because sometimes when you have social accountability that you are working with somebody, but again, with this COVID-19 situation wherein we're limited to go ahead and do that, rightfully so. So we can be physically distant, but still be socially connected. And for today's edition, we're going to use this punching bag right here. Okay? So again, if you're going to go ahead and work out with me using this video, just be clear, I'm just a health enthusiast. Okay? And whatever little bit thing that I know from the physical therapy practice, no, I'm not the physical therapist. I was a personal trainer, but I did not renew my certificate there. So in short, if you do participate here, you are solely responsible for what you're going to do. So again, the only reason why I'm doing this is so that, common people like me and you, let's go and work out together. All right? And I had a little bit of training with, shout out to Huarang Martial Arts with Master Sam, Master Nuri, Coach Nate, those guys, and everybody else on that team. And then I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee. So, and everything related to MMA or UFC fighting. So I got my shorts here, UFC. There are certain things there that I find questionable, but that's a different story right there. And no, I am not saying I don't think I even got a white belt for martial arts. I got so busy and I wasn't able to go ahead and continue. And no, I'm very far from Bruce Lee, but you go ahead and learn from the best. So there. But I want to highlight, for example, UFC, especially with the F word. No, don't think about anything else but fight. F for fight. Okay? So fighting or fight. No, we're not here to fight with one another. We are here to go ahead and fight this phenomenon that's impacting all of us around the world. That's what we're going to fight. So, no doubt, I was knocked out emotionally, spiritually, for the most part of March, trying to figure out what's the best way to go about this and deal with it and work with it. And but we just need to continue to fight together. And how do we fight this? Sure, prayers are important. Spirituality is important. That's fine. But we need to go ahead and fight this using scientific research, listening to medical doctors and these public health officials. That's how we are all going to fight this intelligently, smartly, and to go ahead and cut out all of the other stuff that's out there that is not scientifically based. That's how we're going to go ahead and fight this. So if you're a thinking person, we're on the same page. But if you still feel like following certain things that is not supported or backed up by science, and I'm not going to say science is perfect either, but at least it goes through a rigorous process of identifying what actually the facts are and what's just an opinion. And speaking of opinion, well, that's my opinion. So take it as it is. All right, so the first session, we used the TRX. The second session, we used the BOSU. I think it's, it's right there. And then now we're going to punching bag. Ideally, you go ahead and wear some gloves to go ahead and work out with this. But I'm more comfortable just hitting it physically and getting that contact here. Some other tips, make sure you don't close your fist too hard. Make sure there's a little bit of space here. And so when you hit, all right, when you go ahead and hit, you're not going to break your wrist, fingers, or what have you, okay? The other important thing too is when you're hitting, make sure you're using your hips, all right? So it's not just the torso or the arms, okay? It's not only that. You're using your hips. That's where you're going to generate the power and not hurt yourself, okay? What else? Oh, this thing, you can adjust it to the height. So if you're a tall person, I think you can make it a little bit taller, about this height, all right? If you're a young kid or what have you, you can adjust this lower. I think this is a good height for me in terms of swing the hips, in terms of doing low kicks and high kicks, low kicks, high kicks. So the people at the Harm, feel free to critique my form. I know it's been years since we've worked on this, and that's that. I'm moving around a little bit. This is a little bit of my warm-up. Ideally, you know, when you're talking to the video, you're just standing at one position. But since this is an active, it's all about being active, that's why I'm moving around a little bit, and part of a warm-up. So that's the other important thing too. Make sure you guys warm up. So, all right, let's get started. So again, the important thing is you're swinging your hips, slightly close your fist. One thing I learned though is that if for whatever reason you get into something that you don't want to be involved with, when you're pushing something, spread out your fingers, because it's harder for this to go ahead and bend versus this, okay? So when you're pushing something, ideally you spread out your fingers. You will be able to push things a little bit more effectively. But if you're going to go ahead and hit something, ideally, right, slightly close hands, and be ready for impact. Hopefully I swung my hips there. Okay, so, all right. First thing is 1, 2, 3 punches, all right? So I'll begin with my left side first, okay? And then we'll balance out with right side. Go ahead and maybe hit it about 10 times. So you can squat a little bit, all right? And make sure you're swinging your hips, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, let me move this back. Woo. All right. So I was hitting twice on the left hand, and then let's hit it twice with the right hand. I don't remember how many sets that was. Maybe it would be smarter if I go ahead and count it by sets. I was about to say something else. Oh, this thing is filled with water. You can fill it up with sand as well if you want to, just in case if you're going to go ahead and buy a new set. You can buy those hanging things as well, but make sure you're able to hang it somewhere like super sturdy, okay? Okay, all right. So let's move on to with the right hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I switched. You can switch as well. That's fine. All right. Am I gonna have a picture? Maybe I am. Make sure you guys hydrate as well. Very, very critical. Not because you guys stay at home to be safe and keep everybody else safe, but even if you're just at home, make sure you guys hydrate accordingly. All right. After you're done with the punches, obviously you can do it as much as you could. All right. Whew, that's a workout. I don't know which one was tiring me trying to move the punching bag, but nonetheless, all of that will work out. All right, let's move on with kicks. Okay, so what I'm going to go and do next is low kick, high kick. All right. Whoa. enough space. You guys saw that. All right. Okay. My left is a little bit impacted because I sprained my ankle more than a few weeks ago now, but it's still not 100%. And you can do it without shoes on, but right now again, because of that sprained ankle, I'm trying to protect it a little bit more with the shoes on. Okay. Good. Whoop. Oh, that's the other thing too. When you're kicking, make sure you're hitting this, not with your toes. Not good, especially if you don't have your shoes on. So the last one, I hit it with my toes. I'm okay because I've got my shoes on, but be careful with that. Oh, let me get this. There we go. Let me do slow-mo first. Ooh. All right, so low kick, high kick. All right, next one. This kind of gets my hips a little bit. It's called switch kicks. So let's move this back. All right, so switch kicks. Just alternate real quick. Right, left, right, left. So ideally you go like 60 seconds, 2 minutes. It's been a while. That's that. And obviously, if you got shoes on, it acts like extra weight as well. Like you got ankle weights. So it's both good and bad. I mean, not bad, but it's got that extra thing where things are a little bit heavier, basically, versus having no shoes. Okay. All right, I think I can do a little bit more switch kicks. Okay. Let's do 1 minute. Let's see here. It's I'm looking at the clock here. Or it would be a good angle. I think this one would be good. Oop. Okay. Need to be aware of the space back here. All right, let me do 60. 30 on each side. See if I can go ahead and deliver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 60. Woo! Breathe. That's fine. So, for all the real fighters out there, sorry if I'm going to do disservice with your art. But again, I never claimed I'm at your level. I'm just a semi-health enthusiast. As here I am, already trying to huff and puff for air. All right, let's adjust this back. Looking at the space here, so can't remember what this thing is called. You skip? No, not skip. just move the back leg and a straight kick. All right. So that's it. Let's move it backwards. All right. He's left. You guys doing good? Hope you guys are doing so much better than I am. Obviously, overall, try to have fun with this. So anything that you guys do, and that's what it is, finding out your workout buddy. We'll find the workout buddy that works best for you. So if you're a treadmill type of person, bike person, we'll find that buddy for you as you go up and work out with them. So I'm just showing different types of at-home exercises or activities to go and make things work for you. Now, obviously you guys heard it's loud. So if you're in second, third level, apartment complex or what have you, if there are people down below, may not necessarily be a smart idea to have. So here we're at the ground level, so I can sort of make this ruckus out here without bothering our all good neighbors, especially that we know the majority of people are staying at home. So again, make sure you stay at home. Keep everybody safe, including yourself. All right? Next, we're going to incorporate some squats. I mean, earlier we were already doing it by squatting. Well, you know what? Let's take a break there. I'll introduce to you back fist. Okay? So, Bruce Lee's a big proponent of a back fist. So that's something that we can go ahead and do. And again, apologies if I'm not doing it correctly. So, again, not an expert in this. Just somebody who's a fan of such. Okay? All right. So again, we're doing this just as a workout buddy. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, back fist. 1, 2, back fist. Okay? Make sure you swing your hips. All right. So 1, 2, back fist. All right? That's the other thing I missed to do earlier. Where your feet is positioned. So, I mean, earlier I think I was squatting. But if you have your feet, wherein one is in front of the other, make sure you switch things accordingly. Let me tie my shoelaces here. All right, so I'm going to have my left foot forward first. Okay. All right. So, what do you call this? the first arm or wrist that snaps on this thing will be the third one to do the back fist. And then make sure you engage your core, swing your hips as much as you can. Oh, 1, 2, back fist. 1, 2, back fist. 1, 2, back fist. 1, 2, back fist. All right. Let's switch to the other side. All right. So, speaking of back fist, we were squatting a little bit earlier. We're facing forward. You're going to go ahead and do it the opposite side. So, be in line with it, squat a little bit, and then hit it, twist it. So when you're squatting, just like what you have heard from my previous exercises, make sure you're just standing on your heel so your knees do not go past the toes. All right. Let's see here. Other thing, the other way to go ahead and do what I did is use your elbows. So you can do it this way as well. All right. So swing back. Make sure it's not only the arms, it's your torso that's hitting. And make sure that it's hitting this one, not the sharp edge of your elbow. Let's bounce out to the other side. All right, so make sure you're sitting up. I mean, standing up and then like you're in seated position here. All right, that's 10. So do however many you guys want to go ahead and do it. Maybe you guys have been asking, what in the world is this contraption? Let's go and use it right now. So you adjust it obviously to your height level. So if you want to practice mime, no, I'm just kidding. You can do that. And no, I am not a mime expert either. All right. So what it is that you're going to squat, punch, punch, squat, punch, punch. Okay. All right. I think it's easier if I just do it, and so you guys understand. Squat, squat. Oh, I'm hitting it. So you can maintain like a low stance, but if you need to stand up, go by all means. So stand up. All right. It's getting far for me. Oh, maybe I'll just move this. We're still in the frame. We're still in the frame, and I can move a little bit closer. All right. All right, it's getting far from you, but you guys get the idea. You know, get this from a toy store or what have you that you can build with, but create this rectangular frame, and that's that. All right, let's go and park this back. Yeah, when I was in that martial arts school, those swing kicks that will really, really get you. So, all right. Did I cover everything that I can cover? I mean, I'm sure there's 10 million options you guys can do with this. Oh, spinning back kick. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but if somebody's an expert out there, feel free to do it. Okay, how should I explain this? Yeah, you're facing it. You go ahead and step on the foot that you're not going to kick, and then make sure you kick back. All right. So, all right. So make sure it's the heel that's going to connect as much as possible. Ah, that was a toe. Be careful. All right. Let's balance that with 5 kicks here. All right. 5. Let's move this back here. I'll do the opposite. All right, make sure you have enough space. And that's the thing. It's not a matter of making a fool of yourself. Sure, that's one of them. But still hurt yourself. That's the important thing. So you have space where you go ahead and do these things. So left foot is forward. Step with the right. And kick. All right. And again, make sure it's the heel. Back. So ideally, you always have your guard up too. So there. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Again, as I mentioned, I can't really think of anything else other than the things I've shown you guys. I'm sure there's so much more. But I think, how many minutes now? 30 minutes. That's roughly. Well, I was talking for about 10 minutes there. So I don't know if that was a 20-minute workout. But it feel like it was a 2-hour workout. Hope you guys had fun. Yeah, so, I mean, you can do other things like a Muay Thai move of using the knees. You can go ahead and do that. Yeah, so that's another version that you can go ahead and do. But after doing those switch kicks again, I knew that was going to get me. So be careful, have fun. If you need a workout buddy, go ahead and reach out to us for AAA Physical Therapy or any other medical field out there. There's telehealth and telephysical therapy, telemedicine. That can be done. Okay? So be safe out there. Be careful. And have fun. All right? Again, the keyword here is F for fight. Okay? And so UFC shirts right here. But we're all going to fight this together. Again, through science. Through medical research. Okay? And of course, you know, prayers are important. But we're also working in this reality of ours. So we need to pray for the scientific minds and medical leaders out there and whoever else that's leading around the world. Listen to science. Thank you. You guys be good.